Thank you for staying with us. It is still the pinnacle of all discussions, the platform here on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of God's own state. It's the second half, that's what I call it. Thank you for staying with us. My name is still Wisdom Thomas. I have my guest in the studio. I told you we will be switching gears with imbroglio and continuous fracas emanating from Ahafia to something different. Now we're talking health. And of course, in the studio, gentlemen who are executives of the Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professionals, and they call that HMB. Well, I think that will be left for them to bring to board in time. But then we are looking at what issues as it concerns them. I think not too long ago there were issues of slashed salary, precisely that of June, where they had to react in protest. What has happened in that regard? What have been told them? What are they thinking? Perhaps these are questions they would react to. Okay, let me make welcome Comrade Otuiheneme Dave. I hope I got that rightly so. Chairman, NUAHP. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Wisdom.
And of course, Comrade Dr. Ike Onye, the man afraid of the microphone.
That's not good. Good morning, Mr. Wisdom. Good morning, our listeners.
Okay, let's quickly jump on the conversation now. A lot of people have this notion that union sometime is basically seen coming to the fore when salaries are not paid, when things are not working rightly so for the members of the union. But other than that, what is the union you belong to all about? What are the responsibilities they are saddled with? I'll start with you, Comrade Otuiheneme.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to thank Arrears and my workers in HMB, and I want to give a shout out to them and say, Isowetu E Africa. This is a greeting for my workers in HMB. I am the chairman of Nigeria Allied Health Professionals HMB. That is NUAB. NUAB is a union of professionals. When you talk about it, you focus on all the health workers, excluding the medical doctors and the nurses. So a lab scientist, a pharmacist, a dietitian, a dental technologist, all other worker professionals in health is under NUAB.
But the nurses and the medical doctors
are not under NUAB.
Okay.
So we have up to 16 professionals under NUAB. So it is a large union, as per se, but we are about 4 years in the HMB now. Yesterday we had our special congress, and it was very, very huge and successful. So we now say, let us come and educate our people, Arrears, on what NUAB is all about.
Interesting. Comrade Dr. Ike Onye, what are the benefits? What benefit does the HMB bring to hospitals now? He mentioned that there are about 16 of them involved in the medical line, in your own union there, by the medical doctor and the nurses. And sometimes, people do not really bat an eyelid because they are not nurses and they are not doctors. But what are the benefits that they bring to the table?
All right. The union, Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professionals, NUAB, like you said, is a constitutionally organized health family of health workers, health caregivers that have been formulated as far back as 1978 by the Constitution Decree 22 of 1978. So, having been established, it has been a body that coordinates every other health worker, that makes us to encourage one another in health delivery. Okay, so we also help the hospital, that's where they benefit from now, to checkmate how we deliver services. Like a situation where you come to a hospital, you know that when somebody is sick, a lot of things are involved. You have a lab scientist there to do his part, and the lab scientist has to do it because after the last lab scientist, your next colleague has to do the next one. We encourage ourselves to give the patient the best healthcare the person needs. So from there, I think the patient gets a lot of benefit. Then the hospital themselves, by so doing, when a client or patient, as the case may be, is satisfied, let's say the hospital gets a kudos. So we are like playing the inner thing.
So contrary to the notion that, well, you're not a doctor, you're another nurse, you're not quite really important, you have a huge role to play as long as medical and health is concerned. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, what I mean is...
He's smiling. Perhaps he wants to respond.
No, it's just that, yeah, it's another way of why the union is beneficial. We have a doctor, you have a life scientist, you have a pharmacist in the same group and others. So we are trying to remove the aspect of inferiority. So when you come
everybody is important.
As a health information personnel, you know that a doctor cannot do your job, a pharmacist cannot do your job. So it is to tell you that you are equally important, and that is what NOAP does, to bring all these health professionals in different professionals together to remove that inferiority thing. That everybody is equally important, and together we will give a quality healthcare delivery. Amazing.
Okay, now you've mentioned how you are beneficial to the individuals who we can rightly recognize as the clients or the sick people. On the other hand, the hospital benefits as well. Can we talk about the challenges of the union?
Okay, the union, as my secretary rightly said, we are well organized, and being that as it may, we won't say that we don't have any challenges. Our challenges as HMB is concerned is this. HMB is a very vast place. HMB Abia State has up to 19 hospitals all over the local governments in Abia State. So supervising our workers, supervising our members in all the hospitals in Abia State is a huge challenge to us. Now, another challenge is that in this era of non-payment of salaries and the infrastructural decay, our people are not being equipped efficiently to deliver their work or their responsibility to the patient. So we are battling with all this. That is why we just had our congress, which we titled Patient Care and the Hospital Management through our professional teamwork. What is patient care and hospital management? How can we achieve it? It is through a teamwork of the union members. When we come together, we will be able to achieve it. So we have a very huge challenges as far as HMB is concerned in Abia State.
Interesting. If you're just tuning in, it's okay. You're not actually behind time, but we've left you behind, so jump on board. I've been speaking with executives of the Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professionals, HMB, Comrade Otuiheneme Dave, he's here in the studio, and Comrade Dr. Ike Onyije, and we've been looking at their union. Like I mentioned, Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professional. We're live from Facebook. Go to facebook.com and catch a feed of what's happening right here in the studios. Now, I'll go straight to Comrade Dr. Ike now. He mentioned 1 or 2, 3 challenges that you people are facing as a union, and one of those been out there in the media space, of course, left for everybody to see, is the issue of salary payment. And then most recently, we learned that your union protested owing to a slash in the June salary, and then other things there. Tell us what is happening in that aspect. What truly is the picture?
All right. The issue of salary has been gradually turning to a norm. I'm saying this in the sense that when workers work, the next thing they expect is to get paid, and it encourages them to do more. But the situation where it goes from 1 month to 2 months to 1 year, like 12 months, it looks as if these workers are really meant to work for free. And we all know that this salary that should motivate them, if it's not forthcoming, their productivity will be badly affected. And next thing you will hear the complaint that our hospitals, the workers are not, and I don't know how they can produce something out of nothing. So based on the salary issue, since the 2019 arrears of salary that the government paid 12 months of basic salary. So that's where our issues, started to this extent. You find out even in the basic 12 months that were paid, there were slashings. When people make their calculations, the basic was not even complete. And we also hear that some people...
Not trying to put words out of your mouth now. You said to this extent, it would be nice if you let us into the extent where it is at this moment.
All right. The extent is that this last one that was paid, the June salary too, got slashed, badly slashed, if I should say. You get
90% of it.
Yeah, a lot of people where the salaries were slashed.
You said something.
I said 90% of HMB workers' June salary were slashed. Based on they were alleging that the basic salary of 2019 that was paid in 2021 December, they overpaid workers and underpaid some. And our union has responsibly asked our management, say, now you are alleging, it's a claim, we are not touting you. Give us names of those that you overpaid and the names of those that you underpaid, and let us know what is our real basic. No HMB.
So people have met with the management and those who are at the helms there.
I have a letter here written to the management of HMB in 10th of August 2022, asking them to give us the list of those that they underpaid and those that they say they overpaid. And since August until now, they've been slashing. So
even in the aftermath of the slashing, the letter being sent to them, there's not been a response.
There's not been a response. If there is a response, they would have stopped, and we are willing to help them stop it. If you overpay me, I will say, okay, this is what I will be. This is how we will be remitting it back to you. But none of such has happened.
Have you tried to reinitiate another conversation? I'm coming to you now, Comrade Otuheneme. Have you? Yeah, that's you, Doc. Have you reached out yet again? You know, perhaps first time they didn't truly hear, and you go again. You try to ensure that it permeates. You go again and again. Have you done that again, trying to reach out to find out what they are doing in that regard to solve that very issue?
Yes, I think it has been a continuous negotiation. The ones that are too obvious are the ones that are written, the documented ones. But like approaching them is like a continuous thing. Each time the labor leaders, the union leaders, we keep on going there. And when we do that, get there orally, we discuss these things over and over. So if that has been outcome, I think it won't have gotten to the point of this last one now.
How about the issue of no issuance of pay slip? Okay. What's your reaction in that regard?
Yes, the issue of no issuance of a pay slip, this started just after that 2019 salary was paid. Let me make it clear for the benefit of doubt. I am somebody that is so sincere. I went personally to the DF, head of finance, say, sir, there's no way a salary of 2019 will be paid to my members, and in HMB you cannot find the pay sheet. The internal auditor of HMB did not see that the pay sheet, how much was paid, how the staff were paid, and you alone is compiling and deducting. So we now request, say, give us our pay slip. He told me immediately that I should give him money to be able to provide the pay slip.
He said that to you.
I say, sir, this is a matter of evidence, so you should provide it. But on Wednesday, when we agitated, our CE came and asked us that we should calm down, that we should give him 2 weeks to be able to resolve all this issue, and he ordered the DF that he should start with immediate effect to start giving to HMB workers their pay slip, which we've started. Even my members,
there's been a reaction in that aspect.
Yes, the CE came up with it because our CE is a man of honor. I will say it. Dr. Aharoka is a man of honor. Only that some people tend to outshine him. So he gave that order on Wednesday. Say that we, the union members, should give him 2 weeks to be able to look into it, and he gave order that the list of those that were underpaid and overpaid should be shortlisted, and those that has left the HMB system, even the late ones.
Comrade Dr. Ike, do you feel there are people who are possibly not doing their job, or going out of their way to affect things there at the hems of where you belong to? You think there are people who are tinkering things?
Yeah, the way it is, I think they said what you are having in your finger, you don't need to use light to see it. It's glaring. Because if it's not happening that way, like a station you talk about pay slip, these are not hidden documents. I think these are things that even
the workers' rights
know about. Like basically most of us, I don't know what percentage, don't even know what our basic salaries are. Personally, I had a salary that was written in my appointment letter. After some time, I am receiving something lesser. And when I inquired, I was told that whatever that was written there was a mistake. And now what I'm told now is my present salary, and that's what I'm receiving till now. So in that case, you see
the back and forth.
There's no written documents
to
back up that. It's just something orally said. So with that, I think it points out that something fishy in the system.
Something fishy. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions here on Flow 94.9 FM. I've been speaking with the executives of Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professional, HMB, Comrade Otuiheneme Dave is the chairman, and of course Comrade Dr. Ike Onyije, who is the secretary. I hope I'm right. And then they've been here bearing their mind on the issue as it concerns them and their union. But at this very point, we open up the phone lines and get your own reaction to all this. And the government will feel we have to react to some of these allegations and fingering here and there. 08081826949 or 08116052949 or 08116052949. When you're calling, name and location, straight to the point. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Victor.
Good to have you join us quickly.
Sir, it is really bad for a staff not to know or have his pay slip being printed out. I believe the union leaders should approach the court so that justice will be done there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your take on the program. More of the calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you join us. Name and location. Go ahead.
It is calling from Omar. I think this issue should be generated and forwarded to independent National Corrupt Practices Commission. I just think it's like other state government do not know the number of parastatals and the agency ministry under them, even the total number of staff claims. Payment of salary with tax, pay slip is corruption. That means two salaries have been paid, someone has been subchanged, money just dispersed, and you're telling that it's a mistake what's contained in the appointment letter.
Thank you very much for your own take. I have to let you go now. Taking more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
It's good to have you join the conversation. Can you kindly tell us your name and location?
Yeah, I have an engineer, 14 over Ndewo. I'm having in the house. Doctor, Ndewo, brother.
Ndewo.
I can phone you so that anyone will intro what I am doing. Other man, retire the year ago.
Did you actually listen? Would have allowed you to go on, but we're not talking about pensioners now. Yes, that's a huge issue to raise, but that's not what we are talking about this morning. Did you actually follow through?
What?
Sorry to let you go. Do listen and then perhaps call back. We'll definitely take your call. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you join the conversation. Name and location.
I am Dr. Pendada. My name is Obama. I am calling from Bosse, the hometown of the governor of the state in there, Dr. Alex Oti. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you understand that thing you say isn't and shouldn't be. Name and location straight to the point. I would allow you to go on, but wouldn't take that again.
All right. Congress, we see that thing we're talking about. After the workers finish his work, the only thing the appropriate government is supposed to do to pay the salary of the civil servant. No promotion, no nothing in health sector, no promotion in the education sector, no promotion in civil servant. Which one people will follow? If people will follow the bad government or the normal government,
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your own take. One of the calls. Good morning.
Morning, Willie.
Good to have you join us. Hussein no, they go ahead.
Good morning to our guests in the house.
Thank you very much.
Hussein no, this morning from Umaya. Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on air to tell Abians and the listeners this current situation of things concerning and about the payment that have been alleged that have been owed by the government. You know, most advocate of the truth. I keep saying, like last program that we had before this one and this flow, I told them that if you are not properly informed, one, so it's very, very good. As you guys come, but I will still encourage you. I am not encouraging the government to hold anybody or any worker that have worked for them. But in the other way around, I still believe that HNB do make profit. But because I believe I've seen 1 or 2, 3 persons that are given appointment by the government, they go to HNB to do 1 or 2 transactions, they'll be paid. So we should look into that as well, to generate some money and make sure that government in their own hands, I just said government, a loving governor should at least, as a matter of fact, I believe that he has owed you people more and started to pay in arrears. Let him just make sure
Thank you very much. So it wouldn't be that with such change some persons for another. Now let's quickly wrap up the conversation now. It will go in this manner. So apart from the issue of slashing of salaries, have you been paid up to date? I would want you to react to that, Comrade Dr. Aiko Onyije.
No, actually the salary, like I said, when the non-payment...
How many months are you being owed now? How many months arrears as well?
Right now is about 13 months.
Interesting. Okay, quickly your last words, because time isn't our friend. The phone line's still buzzing, but we cannot really continue now. Comrade Otuihene Dave, sorry if I am not getting that right, yeah, the chairman.
Yes.
So your last words, and what do you think you will do going forward, just about to solve the impasse?
Yes, we have already started it. First, I want to give kudos to the governor of Abia State, who told us that from February this year that he will be paying us every month, which he has been consistently doing. He is owing us last year's 8 months and this year 4 months. But from when we engaged him, he said from that point about February this year, he has been paying us every month. Now I want to thank him for that, and I want to thank him for what he did for us in Dental Center, about where he went and renovated the place, and he's present in General Hospital. Now I want my workers to really help us. As a worker of HMB, always go to work. Don't say you are in a union. The governor is doing his part. Let us do our own part. This is union. Union is a two-way thing. I want you people to come up. Let's be going to work. Attend to your work. Look at your patients. Do a total care to your patient. At the end of the month, things will change, and we are believing that things will change in Abia State.
Comrade Dr. Ike Onyije, what about you? Your final words?
Yeah.
You are smiling. Is that your final words?
No, I want to throw the line of my chairman in appreciating the governor, and I also want to add that in as much as the regular 1 month is coming, that the arrears will steal our money because we are heavily indebted here and there. So in as much as we are expecting that the arrears will follow suit.
We are hopeful.
Then secondly, to our colleagues and co-workers and professionals, I want to encourage them to know that NOAP is a team of responsible people, professionals. It is not something for touts, because I know that whenever we talk about unionism, a lot of people take 2 steps backwards, thinking that it's those that don't have anything to do. That is why I, as a doctor, I accepted to do this, so that we show them it's only we that can explain how it pitches. It's only us that can do it for ourselves. So let us come together as a team of professionals that we are. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me sincerely appreciate Comrade Otuihene. I would have loved not to call the name so I don't get it wrong. Dave, the chairman, NOAP, that's the Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professional. He's here. Thank you very much for coming. And then Comrade Dr. Ike Onyije, who is the secretary, I hope I got that right, to NOAP HMB. God bless you. Thank you for coming on the platform this morning.
Thank you very much.
Let me sincerely appreciate every one of you who engaged us via the phone lines and your comment on Facebook. This one is from Ozok Francis Omaga Namani says he's watching from Enugu State. Thank you very much. And then let me appreciate my producer, Mr. Samson Eze, and of course every one of you who made it a success. Thank you very much, Adeze, for your contribution, and every other person out there. Stanko and Nedu for the visuals on Facebook. Appreciation, bunch of it. Do have a lovely Friday, and we hope that the government and the authorities will take the best right steps forward as to ensure that some of these impasse and issues are resolved for the better good people of Abia State. Thank you very much once again. I'm Wisdom Thomas signing out and leaving the microphone for Omotola Adeleke.